the way they're throwing the football, that's not a big lead today.
Certainly is not. Southern University Marching Band is on the field here at the Superdome.
And they are something.
We were privileged to sit in on their rehearsal early this morning here at the Superdome, and it's well worthwhile. Saints are leading by a score of 28-20 at the end of the first half at the Superdome.
Ford asked me to drive their new size LTD for a few weeks so I could tell you what I thought about it. Well, I've driven some fine road cars, even a Rolls Royce, but this LTD really impressed me. It has a higher EPA estimated mileage than last year, and these days, the higher, the better. Inside, there's even more passenger room, yet it's a cinch to handle and park. And the price isn't hard to take either. The new size Ford LTD. It's quite a car. You ought to drive one.
Some guys never learn. They're still taking it on the chin. Gotcha. Norelco offers the Norelco rotary razor. Not one or two blades, but 36 blades. Inside 3 adjustable floating heads. And a unique shaving angle for a very close shave without a nick or cut. So say hello to the Norelco rotary razor. And say goodbye to Gotcha.
RCA announces Preview 80.
Preview 80, trade-in time.
It's time to preview Color Track 1980, the most advanced color track in RCA history.
It's time to get from $25 to $100 back when you trade in your old color set for a new color track.
This color track is designed to automatically capture even subtle shades of color.
This offer is good on any one of 22 selected models.
So join us now for RCA's Preview 80.
Trade-in time.
Don't miss Spectacular September on the CBS Sports Spectacular, when over 20 big 10-wheel diesels pull into Atlanta International Speedway for the Great American Truck Race. Then from 10 big wheels to 4 little wheels, the U.S. Roller Skating Championships. Then go from rink to rapids for the 79 Canoe and Kayak World Championships. The return of the world's strongest men competition. Plus, a preview of the Pacific Invitational Gymnastic Championship. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
Georgia Rosenblum, the widow of former Los Angeles Rams owner, the late Carol Rosenblum, has taken control of that club. The situation reached a controversial stage 2 weeks ago when Mrs. Rosenblum fired her stepson, Steve, who had been the club's vice president. Brent Musburger has a report.
Carol Rosenblum's will stipulated that his wife, Georgia, would receive 70% of the football team, while Carol's son, by an earlier marriage, Steve, would receive only 6%. That surprised many because Steve had been operating the Rams.
It wasn't necessarily a surprise because I had discussed it a little bit with my father. He had with me. The reasons are, they're varied. I mean, some of it had to do with some tax implications. He wanted Georgia certainly to have the prestige of owning the franchise, and he knew that I didn't care whether I owned any of it or all of it or whatever.
Georgia and her advisors quickly soured on Steve's management, though, and she turned toward a longtime Ram executive, Don Klosterman. He'd recently been forced into the background by Steve. Los Angeles newspapers said that the final straw came when Steve left a note in a mailbox demoting Klosterman. Steve Rosenblum says that's not true.
I was fired on a Thursday. They had been meeting almost a week to determine my fate. I knew that when I went to New England. They were all aware of it before Don even got that note. That note, despite what people say, did not fire him. I like Don too. Our problem has been communication, which is a key. There's no secrets to success in this business. It's hard work and it's communication.
It's a very difficult thing to define philosophy. There's certain ways of doing things, and we didn't agree on the way things should be done.
What I tried to do was to do my job. What I had talked to Georgia about a number of times, since this is brand new to her, was for her to come along, as my father always used to say, make hay slowly, for her to come in, go through and begin the learning process. But she felt the urgency to come right in and start from the top, and I was fired because we have a difference in philosophy.
And I guess it's probably the hardest thing I ever had to do. The hardest, because I love him, you know.
Steve, what would Carol Rosenblum think of what's gone on?
Well, it's easy to say because I know, for instance, that she says, well, Carol would have done this or Carol would have done that. And it makes me think of an analogy. If your wife was a devout Catholic and she died, now you're left to raise the children. Now you start to raise them in the Jewish religion. And somebody asks you why, and you say, well, my wife would have wanted it this way.
The Ram players are a veteran bunch, and they may ignore this family feud, but front office turmoil generally influences how a team performs on the field. And the final chapter in this controversy has not yet been written. Steve also told me he would not, as a minority stockholder, quit the Rams board of directors, even though he was being pressured. I want to clarify those two interviews so that no one thinks there was any distortion. I interviewed Steve Rosenblum last week and also was set to interview Georgia, but an attorney and a personal public relations man informed us there would be restrictions, such as no questions about Steve. We could not agree to those restrictions. Therefore, we declined. Georgia was interviewed earlier by Jim Hill of KNXT at a session she called in Los Angeles to clarify her position. From New York, I'm Brent Musburger.
There's great comedy coming your way when Jim Belushi and Michael Keaton star as a lovable pair of working stiffs. Two zany janitors bumbled their way up on Working Stiffs, new this fall on CBS.
Hi, I'm Lindsey Nelson with Paul Harding. It's halftime, and the score is 28-20, New Orleans leading. I haven't had this much fun since Mardi Gras.
This really is something, folks. This is a great offensive explosion here in the first half. The Saints have moved the football. Atlanta Falcons have moved the football, and I guess you'd have to say this is quite a surprise for 48 points to be on the board, Linz.
48 points on the board, and there have been no fumbles and no interceptions.
No interceptions, just almost an error-free game offensively. Manning has been super. He's thrown for over 130 yards. Bartkowski's thrown for 200 yards. Chuck Muncie scored twice. He's thrown a 40-yard touchdown pass. We've had everything that, if you're sitting at home, I'm sure you love it. Offense is back in the NFL.
I was going to ask you how you like the city, and then I haven't remembered. I know you like the city because you got married here since I saw you last.
I sure did. You couldn't find a better city to come down and spend 3 or 4 days. I got married here in the off-season, and I love it here.
Absolutely. We're at halftime here at the Superdome in New Orleans, and the Saints are leading it by a score of 28-20. We've had 48 points scored and an explosive offensive first half, and we have a lot more coming, I'm sure. So stick around, as we'll be back very shortly with the second half. New Orleans 28, Atlanta 20.
Meet the only Steeler with a tougher body than mine.
You're looking at one Steeler that can dish it out, and one Steeler that can take it.
Uniroyal presents the Steeler Radio. It's built tough with 2 steel belts, and it's tough to beat when you look at its price.
When it comes to keeping his feet, there's only one Steeler I can't beat.
The Uniroyal Steeler. You want a tough tire at a price that's fair? You want Uniroyal there.
What do you have?
He wants an Anheuser-Busch natural like beer.
Hey, just say natural. That way he won't have to move his lips so much.
Okay, a natural. This guy real?
You know, for a piece of wood, you speak with remarkable clairvoyance.
Yeah? What's your excuse? Les. Hey, man, I apologize.
Forget it. Anyone so appreciatory of natural, smooth, clean taste is okay by me.
Just remember to say natural next time.
Must be hard working with this dummy.
Oh, he's all right.
A lonely, troubled child can have needs that only someone's love can answer. A special boy who needs a special friend. A special girl who needs a big sister.
Hi, I'm Jeff Van Ote of the Atlanta Falcons. There are over 3,000 volunteers in the Big Brother and Big Sister program here in Atlanta. Gary and Miranda are just 2 of them. They're friends of mine. I know why they volunteer, but I want you to know. Well, I've been a big brother for 3 years, Jeff. A boy without a father needs a man.
Exactly. What happens is almost like gaining a new sister. You get the chance to see someone develop, come out of their shell, and become a happy person. And that's a nice reward.
United Way works here because there are people who care, a lot of them. Thanks to them and thanks to you, it works for all of us, the United Way.
The preceding announcement was brought to you as a public service by the National Football League. Now we'll take a look at some highlights of first half action here.
Here's a little quick pitch. Chuck Muncie's going to throw the option pass, and he throws it so high, just threw it up for grabs. Now watch a fine catch here by Wes Chandler. Kept his eye on the football, and he goes in. He beat Ricky Bias for the touchdown. We showed you all the highlights in the first half. We'd be here all night. Now we come back to Bartkowski. Good pass protection. He puts it up in the corner of the end zone. Alfred Jensen beat the rookie Ricky Gay for a touchdown of Atlanta. Now watch a great block here by Emmanuel Zanders, the left guard. Here he is pulling. Fakes to the fullback. Muncie around the right side. A good block by Zanders, and Muncie makes the cut. Cuts inside the safety man, Ray Easterling, and then outruns the Atlanta secondary. 200. He weighs at least 235 or 240 this year. Chuck Muncie, a great first half. Scored 2 touchdowns in the first half. This is a 69-yard run. And now, Bartkowski again out of the double wing. Good pass protection. He's too good a quarterback to give him all this time to throw the football. A great corner pattern. Wallace Francis beats Ricky Gay again.
And that makes it the New Orleans Saints 28, the Atlanta Falcons 20, and those are the stats now for the first half of this ball game. Falcons 18-13 in first downs. Yards rushing, Saints 102-91. Yards passing, Falcons 220-170. Total yardage, the Falcons 311 to the Saints 272.
How about that, Lindsey? 583 yards of offense in the first half. That's good stats for a whole game.
Yes, indeed. Both teams have come back now. Lehman Bennett there in the center of your picture, and Archie Manning, quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. Archie had a great season last year. It was the first time actually since he became a pro that he had from start to finish an outstanding year, and it was said that he was playing quarterback now like he did when he was an All-American at Ole Miss a few years ago.
He really threw the football well, Lindsey. Over 3,000 yards. Actually, he threw for 3,416 yards. There's his first half stats. 8 out of 11 for 130. And he is the leader of this club, no question about that. They love Archie. The fans love him. He lives here in New Orleans. He really gets involved in a lot of charitable things in the off-season. He's just a great individual.
The Atlanta Falcons will kick off. Tim Mazzetti will boot the ball from the 35-yard line. Saints have deployed to receive it. Wes Chandler is center deep, and he is flanked by Rich Marty and Jack Holmes. We are awaiting the whistle of the referee, Pat Haggerty. Mazzetti sails it downfield. And it is taken at the 5 by Marty. He is back to the 10 to the 15. Rich Marty to the 25. And he has stepped out of bounds. Back around the 29. So it'll be first down and 10 yards to go now for the New Orleans Saints. They have it at their own 29, and Archie Manning will run the attack.
We got an update on that Houston-Washington score with 6:40 to go in the fourth quarter. 26-yard field goal by Tony Frisch. Washington leads Houston now by 5, 27-22.
Saw Marty run himself out of a shoe coming up the sideline. Chuck Muncie and Tony Galbraith are the setbacks now for Manning. Mike Harris to the left side, Chandler to the right side, Harris in motion across. Muncie. What a day he's having. Out to the 47-yard line before Kuykendall brought him down.
Great blocking on the play. An 18-yard pickup around the left side. That's the same play. that Chuck Muncie scored on to the right side in the first half. Watch Conrad Dobler, number 66. If we could pick him up, he really makes a good block. Well, we really couldn't see Conrad Dobler, but look at Galbraith also out in front. 18-yard pickup, first down Saints.
At their own 47-yard line, Muncie and Galbraith are split for Manning. Muncie again. Takes a wrinkle and goes outside. Now drives up the field. Penalty marker goes down. It's at the 46-yard line of Atlanta.
Check out the penalty.
Clipping against the New Orleans Saints.
J.T. Taylor, the left tackle, is over in that vicinity. Let's check out the call now.
We have a personal foul. Clipping, number 85, offense.
Henry Childs.
Let's see if we can pick it up. There's Henry Childs, number 85. That's a linebacker overrunning at Fulton Kuykendall. He hit him in the back. Once he cut back inside.
Back at the 36-yard line now. First and 21. Manning. Chandler. Incomplete. Tom Pridemore and Frank Reed double-teamed him.
They did blitz one linebacker from the left side, Dewey McClain. The Saints picked him up, Lindsey. They had the zone on, and double coverage paid off.
Second down and 21 yards to go at the 36. Chandler, last man back to the huddle. Harris to the left side, Chandler to the right. Galbraith left set, Muncie right set for Manning. Manning. Childs. First and 10. Frank Reed made the stop.
Oh, great pass, and Childs, who can go deep. He's got the speed to go deep. I tell you, the New Orleans Saints offensive line right here. Watch the Falcon defense. They've got a stunt on. They pick up the stunt. The New Orleans offensive line, that gives Manning a time. Check the tight end going down deep on the pattern. Beautiful move to the outside, and Manning is right on target. He gets the first down.
It was second and 21. They picked it up first and 10 at the 42-yard line now with 23 yards picked up on the play. Saints again in Atlanta territory. Here's Muncie. He's out of bounds at the 34. Kuykendall bounced him out.
Last year, the New Orleans Saints offensive line was really hurt. Conrad Dobler had a knee injury. Emmanuel Zanders had a knee injury. Both had surgery, and they really hope that those two guys can stay healthy. And Lindsey, from the looks of things, the way New Orleans is getting outside on their sweeps and on that trap-off tackle, these guards are in good shape, and they're really running the football well to the outside.
You're exactly right. Last year, they were playing musical chairs on that offensive line because of injuries. Muncie, and 11 carries, has picked up 120 yards. Second down and 2 yards to go here. Galbraith trying to stretch himself out to get up to the first down 6, but he doesn't make it. It'll be third down coming. Yates and Brzezina and to make the tackle.
Here come the shock troops. 3 tight ends in the game now for New Orleans. Larry Hardy, number 87. And Brooks Williams, second-year man from North Carolina, number 88. So they've got them all in there.
Henry Childs, of course, stays in. It's third and 1 outside the 32-yard line. The Saints are leading 28-20. We're in the third quarter. They got the first down. Jeff Yates made the stop, but Galbraith just kept stumbling and picked it up. It is spotted now at the 27-yard line.
Well, that's what you call cut. Run to daylight, Lindsey. Watch Galbraith on a fine move back to the inside. Little cross blocking. Look at the cross blocking up front. Watch Galbraith now. Moves back to the inside. Jeff Yeats on the tackle. Got the first down easy.
Harris is going wide left. Chandler's coming wide right. First and 10 at the 27-yard line. Muncy takes an official down with him.
I tell you, Lindsey, there's nothing better for an offensive back when he's having a day like Muncy's having. First half, 2 touchdowns. He's thrown a touchdown pass. He's over 100 yards rushing. He's really relaxed out there. He's loving every minute of this football game. This is what makes it for a player who really can enjoy it. When you're having that great day, he doesn't want this game to end.
2nd and 4 outside the 20-yard line. Chuck Muncy. Muncy. Robert Pennywell, the middle linebacker for the Atlanta Falcons, made the hit.
Oh, and it was a good hit. Great tackle by Pennywell.
At the 19.
We're going to take a good look right here. There's the guard pulling. They get one linebacker, but watch Pennywell fill from behind. Right here, man on man right now. Muncy lowers his head, and he weighs 235, and Pennywell only 222 out of Grambling on a great stop.
3rd down, 2.5 yards to go. Galbraith.
There's your Atlanta defense.
That's it, led by Edgar Fields. And it'll bring on the field goal unit on 4th down with Erksleben coming out to boot.
I tell you, that's what Atlanta was famous for last year, gang tackling. So we're going to get a look at the prize draft of the New Orleans Saints. Erksleben out of Texas. What a kicker he was, huh?
Erksleben once had a 67-yard field goal at the University of Texas. In preseason with the Saints, he had 1 field goal. It was 29 yards against Houston.
1 out of 3, that won it. Now let's see what he can do.
37-yard attempt here. And it's good. 37-yarder is good for Erksleben. And so he puts 3 points on the board. Saints 31, the Falcons 20. 9:49 left to play in the 3rd quarter.
It's official. Ford's answer to rebates, the largest incentives ever available to its dealers. The biggest clearance offer in Ford history just got bigger. See your Ford dealer and discover how many hundreds of dollars you can save on new trimmer LTDs, Mustang pace car replicas, elegant Thunderbirds, tough V8 pickups, vans, Broncos, Rancheros. Compare the total Ford deal with any other. You may well find it's the best value overall.
Super automotive values from Sears. The Sears 36 battery is now on sale. It's loaded with starting power and it's maintenance free. At only $37.99 with trade-in, you save $7 on Sears 36 battery. Save now on SuperGuard steel belted radios. Steel belted strength, smooth ride, radio performance, super values too. Save $40 to $76 on a set of 4. At Sears, where America shops for value.
Following the game, be with us for live U.S. Open action from Flushing Meadow, New York. You'll say you saw it on CBS Sports.
Keep in mind that right here on CBS, you'll see U.S. Open tennis following the telecast of this football game from here at the Superdome. Erksleben is kicking off. Pearson, Kane, and Pridemore are deep. Pearson takes it up to 17, dribbles it up to the 20, 25, 30. Pearson stopped at the 32-yard line. And it was Ralph McGill who made the stop. The Saints have now scored 31 points this afternoon, and the most points the Saints had ever scored on a Falcon team coming into today's game was 30 in 1976, and they beat the Falcons 30-0. Bubba Bean and William Andrews in there for Steve Bartkowski, 15 for 22. Andrews. Just across the 35-yard line. It'll be second and about 7.
And again, the Atlanta Falcons in the double wing, and they've been successful with it in the first half, so why do anything different, Lindsey? Trying to get that man-to-man set up on one of the corners.
Speaking of the competition between these two teams, the Falcons scored 62 points on the Saints back in 1973 when the Falcons won 62-7. Cross to the 41-yard line. Bubba Bean carried.
Derlin Moore on the tackle, very close to the first down. I think he may be a little bit short. Philadelphia, 6-point lead over the New York Giants, fourth quarter. And Minnesota, 2 touchdown passes I know of by Tommy Kramer. Fourth quarter, they've gone in front of the 49ers, 21-16. And look at this one. Houston, we're behind by 11 points. Now it's fourth quarter. We don't know how much time is left. Houston in front by 2.
Third down on a yard to go. Double tight end alignment for the Atlanta Falcons. McKesk's in there, along with Mitchell. Francis in motion across.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Alex Price led the defensive charge.
It depends on where that head lineman says the forward progress stopped.
William Andrews took it, but he was hit and thrown back. So now, where are you going to spot it and then look and see whether or not it's a first down? They're going to bring out the chain. That's what. That was a third down play.
Good defense, even if they made it. They really stopped the offense, the offensive lineman from Atlanta coming off the football there. Barely got it, or did he? I mean, they have to take another look at this.
First and 10 for the Atlanta Falcons. By the scantest of margins.
And that is just a judgment call on the part of the head linesman. There's no way in the world that out of 100 calls he can be exactly right. It's just a guess on where he thinks that forward progress stopped.
Well, that's the kind you make in a hurry. It's first and 10 for the Atlanta Falcons. Bartkowski back now. Goes long. And it's incomplete. Jenkins, the intended receiver. Ricky Ray was the cornerback over there.
Oh, what an arm. You'd think with a fracture of the index finger on his hand, they were really in doubt of whether Bartkowski was going to be able to throw the football with efficiency today. And right here, he just uncorked one of the strongest throws we've seen in many years. That ball was about 65 yards right on the line, and Jenkins had his man beaten down the sidelines.
If he was any stronger, it'd be in Claiborne Street.
And Miami now has gone ahead of Buffalo 9-7. That is a final now. Miami has beaten the Bills 9-7.
Second down and 10 yards to go. Try the draw play. And Andrews gets to midfield. The rookie from Auburn. David Gray brought him down. Saints are leading 31-20. 7 minutes, 47 seconds left in the third quarter.
And it's a typical Packer-Bear game in Chicago. 6-0. A couple of field goals by Bob Thomas.
Third down and about 2 yards to go. So can the Falcons keep their drive alive? Double tight end again. Keska's in there. He's close to it.
I think he got it. Bubba Bean.
Bubba Bean. They're going to bring out the chain and measure.
I say he got it. Close again.
Oh, yeah, you got the good eyes. He made it by a quarter of an inch.
Easy.
First and 10. 7 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Saints have an 11-point lead. Bartkowski brings the Falcons up.
He's open.
Jenkins. Incomplete. Alfred Jenkins. David Gray was the cornerback.
Bartkowski twice in this series of downs, Lindsey, since they took the football back, has had man open for touchdown. Here's play action here. He had to throw it under a heavy rush. You can see Jenkins has got David Gray beaten by a step right there, right off his fingertips. It would have been a great catch, but it was a great pitch under circumstances. He was really rushed. He got hit just as he released the football.
2nd and 10. Bean is going out to a wide right. Andrews. It's a yard and a half short. Fettersfield.
I tell you, he's really helped them out, Lindsey, especially on the last 2 attempts at a first down. Bartkowski has gone for the bomb on first down, and Andrews has come back on each occasion on second down and almost picked up the first down. In second, going to be 3rd and short again.
Yard and a half, and we're in one of those things again, and it's double tight end, Mitchell and McKeska. Can they keep the drive alive? Can the Saints close them off? Bubba Bean. He was struggling. Now again, the head linesman has to mark it. The head linesman has to mark it and spot it.
Well, 3 in a row. He made the last 2 by inches. He might be an inch or 2 short this time. Andrews, incidentally, his first appearance in the National Football League, just been outstanding for the Falcons. 84 yards and 18 carries. 4th down, they'll go for it.
4th down and about 2 feet short. At the 39-yard line of New Orleans, the Atlanta Falcons will try to keep their drive alive.
Oh, this is where you got to gut it up in an offensive line. You know everybody will be hitting the gaps and blitzing.
Andrews and Bean. Andrews, 1st and 10. He picked it up, and the Atlanta Falcons maintained possession. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
Ground level shot. Watch that offensive line come off the football. He's going to hand off the right side to Andrews. Bubba Bean's in front, and Andrews goes up and over. He only needed about 6 inches. Got it easily.
Andrews and Bean are still the setbacks. Jenkins is out to a far right. Incomplete to Wallace Francis. David Gray covering.
Good hit.
2nd and 10 at the 36. It occurs to me that we spent last Christmas Eve watching these Atlanta Falcons beat the Philadelphia Eagles in Atlanta in the 1st round of the NFC playoffs.
We sure did. And I'll tell you, Atlanta had just a super year. You know, and of course, if you're talking about the New Orleans Saints, they really feel they have the best opportunity to have a winning season this year. They never have had a winning season here in New Orleans. And I tell you, with the people they have, the skilled people, especially on offense, I think they're going to have a winning season.
Last year, they were 7-9. Lost 2 to Atlanta. Double wing alignment. Andrews just keeps driving. Derlin Moore on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and about 5.
Bartkowski has converted 6 of 10 third down situations. Good percentage, 60%. The Saints 3 out of 5.
Don Reese, Clarence Chapman coming there defensively for New Orleans. Dennis Pearson has come in now for Atlanta. Russ McKeska.
I tell you, Andrews has really impressed me, Lindsey. He's a good blocker. And for a rookie, looks like he's got a lot of poise out there. He's all alone in this double wing.
And it's complete. Francis took it for the 1st and 10, and Atlanta retains possession at the 22-yard line. A pressure pass. San Francisco 22, Minnesota 21, and that's in the 4th quarter.
They got a good one going up in Bloomington. Kramer's thrown 2 touchdown passes, taking over, of course, for Fran Tarkenton, who retired.
Falcons have the ball at the Saints' 22-yard line. Andrews and Bean. Bean is a wide receiver to the right side as they're in the double wing set. Bartkowski.
Wide open.
Touchdown, Francis. Wallace Francis beat Ricky Ray.
Steve Bartkowski got enough time to throw the football. Wallace Francis beat one of the rookies downfield. The New Orleans Saints, because of injuries, have had to put 3 first-year men back in that secondary, and Bartkowski just looking around. Look at this move by Wallace Francis on a corner move, came back in and was wide open for the 6.
Conversion attempt coming now. Tim Mazzetti is attempted with John James holding. The Atlanta fans who came here for this ball game are happy, and they show it.
I tell you, the Falcons, you got to give them credit. They will not quit. What a football game.
And it's good. So, as they come back up the field, it is the New Orleans Saints 31, the Atlanta Falcons 27, 3 minutes 52 left to play in the third quarter.
Hey, don't worry. They just got lucky.
I'm sorry, I let us down.
Forget it. We'll beat them next week.
No, I really let us down.
Come on, how about a Michelob Light, huh?
Michelob makes a light beer?
Sure.
The good taste of Michelob Light. Don't just compare it to other light beers. Compare it to your regular beer. It's that good.
This Michelob Light is great. Hey, you know what our real problem was today?
Yeah, you were terrible.
Good taste runs in the family.
A storm-damaged house and a lady and her plants have a problem.
Everything will be all right. I hate lying to him, but I haven't got the money to fix this. And you know how long the insurance could take.
Not with Allstate. Allstate has more professional claims specialists than any other company to make sure your settlement is fair and fast.
I'll call your contractor.
That didn't take long.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
And that's a promise from us, the good hands people.
As the Falcons scoring drive.
Bartkowski, 3 touchdown passes. 2 to Wallace Francis, 1 to Alfred Jenkins. And we've got a humdinger here at the Super Bowl.
Tim Mazzetti is kicking off. Chandler is at the 4, the 5, the 10 to 15. Chandler stopped at the 17-yard line. It was Tom Moriarty. Moriarty was downfield.
There's Tom Moriarty, number 45, right on the special team. Somebody just obliterated the screen in front of the return man. I didn't get his number, but it looked like he almost got killed.
So now the Saints get it again. 1st and 10 at the road, 17, and Archie Manning is the quarterback. Muncie and Galbraith are the setbacks, and Archie wants a little quiet. We haven't had any of that since about high noon today at the Superdome. Galbraith to the 21-yard line.
Here's the final. The Houston Oilers came back in the last half to edge the Washington Redskins by 2.
Second down, 6 yards to go here. The ball is at the 21-yard, well, it's near the 22-yard line.
And Lindsay, it looks as if this football game is going to go down to the wire.
Harris. Ike Harris. Knew where the sticks were and took it out of bounds. 1st and 10, and it's at the 28-yard line.
They're giving him that little short turnout, and Manning will go back to it. Harris caught about 6 or 7 passes today. Both these quarterbacks have just been outstanding.
No fumbles, no interceptions.
Unreal, no turnovers.
Really is.
Very few penalties.
Opening day of the new season.
That's right. There it is, 10 out of 14.
Manning.
Blitz. He's got it.
And it's gathered in by Chandler. Chandler took it away from Bias.
I tell you, Wes Chandler, look at him. He's got his hand in the air. The best game he had last year was against Atlanta. He caught 7 for 117 yards, and he just must love to play against the Falcons. The Saints picked up the blitz, and Archie Manning, he knows he's got a man-on-man down the left sidelines. Look at this catch. Wes Chandler. Ricky Bias was all over Chandler, and he comes up with the... But he's all right.
Second down, 10 yards to go. New Orleans at the Atlanta 31-yard line.
Well, the Packers are finally on the board. 28-yard field goal by Chester Markle. It's 6-3 in the third quarter.
Manning. Childs incomplete.
Well, they'd like to have that one back. Childs was open on the right sidelines. He could have led him to the inside there, Lindsey. We watched the chicken go through his little number. Manning now 11 out of 17 for 201 yards, 1 touchdown. Third quarter, Dallas, 6-point lead over the St. Louis Cardinals.
Right here, the Saints are leading the Falcons 31-27. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. This is 3rd and 10 at the 31-yard line. Manning. Incomplete. Penalty marker. Penalty marker. Ike Harris, the intended receiver. Roland Lawrence, the defender. That's Lawrence.
There's Lawrence. He may have pushed him. Ike Harris was cutting to the post. Interference. Let's see if we can pick it up.
1st and 10.
I'll tell you one thing, Harris was open too. Manning goes back, good pass protection, sets up in the pocket right here. You really can't see it, but he was pushed just a little bit before that. And now Lawrence looks around right away for the referee. I think he was expecting that flag to be thrown.
And it was, and it's 1st and 10 now for the Saints at the Falcons' 15-yard line. Now pass interference call. Muncie and Galbraith are still the setbacks. Chandler right, Harris left. Muncie fumbled the ball, but had the whistle blown. Don Smith got on the football, but it had been blown dead.
10 years ago, Lindsey, that would have been a fumble. The way they rule a fumble today, as soon as you go down, if the ball comes out of your grasp when you hit the ground, the play's dead. It is absolutely dead. I went over this with Art McNally last week in New York, and they said, Paul, that's the way it was ruled 10 or 12 years ago. And I said, Art, I don't think so. In my estimation, I think years ago, if you hit the ground, the ball popped loose, it was a fumble. Today, it's different.
2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line. Ike Harris across. Manning bootlegged, and now throws to the corner, and it is touchback. It is a touchback intercepted in the end zone by Frank Reed. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, Manning tried the same play that they were successful in the first half. One of the linebackers grabbed a hold of him, and Frank Reed intercepts this in the end zone. Atlanta football when we come back to the Superdome.
Now, the best Zenith ever, System 3, is even better.
Even better.
The sharpest Zenith picture ever.
Sharpest picture.
An all-modular chassis designed to be the most reliable Zenith ever.
Most reliable.
And now, better sound. 4 speakers, audio jacks, even an audio control center.
Better sound.
Zenith System 3.
System 3.
Now, even better.
Now Ford, the long-distance champ, has the longest range of any pickup in America and the best pickup MPG. With a standard 19-gallon tank plus optional tank, you've got a 39-gallon capacity, which gives it an estimated range with optional overdrive transmission of 709 miles based on EPA rating. The estimated highway range is 946 miles. 1/3 the length of America on one fill-up. Tough Ford pickups, the longest range of any pickup in America. Ford, the long-distance champ.
Saturday, September 15th, the CBS Sports Spectacular brings you action in the ring with Howard Davis. Action on the rink with top American skaters vying for national honors. Action on the road with the Italian Grand Prix. You'll say you saw it on CBS Sports.
CBS Sports Spectacular resuming on Saturday, September 15th here on CBS. Now the Atlanta Falcons trail by 4. They have the ball first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. We are late in the third quarter. Bartkowski still quarterbacking. A double wing set. Andrews gets it out to the 24-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6 there as Derlin Moore, along with Pat Hughes, made the stop. Clock is running with 45 seconds left in this period.
There he is, William Andrews, out of Auburn. Great performance for a rookie here. And Minnesota, who was winless in the preseason, wins by 6 over the San Francisco 49ers.
Bartkowski ups this one off over the line, and it is a first down. As Andrews took it, it was hit by Don Schwartz. 1st and 10 at the 31.
Oh, I liked it, Lindsey. Bartkowski looked the defense over, got his back circling out of the backfield. Andrews made a nice catch just as he was being hit. Everybody was covered, a little dump off right over the middle.
And now time has run out in this period. That's the end of the third quarter with a score, Saints 31, Atlanta 27.
The great JCPenney holiday tire sale is rolling. We're coming at you with the tires you need at prices you can't pass up. From now through Labor Day, you can save up to $128 on a set of 4 JCPenney steel-belted radials, or save up to $36 on a set of 4 Mileage Maker fiberglass belted white walls. The great holiday tire sale. Roll on into a JCPenney Auto Center and save.
Hi.
Hi.
Guess what? I just sold my first painting.
Oh, that's great.
Let's celebrate.
I was counting on it. Nothing less than Michelob Light.
Michelob makes a light beer?
Uh-huh.
All right.
The good taste of Michelob Light. Don't just compare it to other light beers. Compare it to your regular beer. It's that good.
This Michelob Light's really great.
Uh-huh.
I wonder what I should paint next.
How about the garage?
Good taste runs in the family.
This is Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning at the Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. And there's Gumbo 3, the mascot of the New Orleans Saints. 1 quarter to go here, and it's 31-27 New Orleans leading, but the Atlanta Falcons have the ball. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line as Steve Bartkowski brings them up. Andrews. The rookie running back from Auburn takes it across 1st and 10 before Don Schwartz brings him down. It is near the 45-yard line, the 44-yard line.
And he likes to run the football. He's over 100 yards rushing now, right off the right side. Look at the blocking. Warren Bryan, R.C. Thielemann doing the job over there. Tom Myers puts his head down and misses him with the poor tackle. Andrews picked up 23 yards and another big first down.
Spotted at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10. Bubba Bean got it up to about the 42. Andrews has gained 120 yards and 21 carries on his first day in the National Football League. Barry Bennett, Joe Federspiel made the last tackle.
Lindsey, total offense for the first 3 quarters of this football game. Atlanta, 391 yards in offense. New Orleans, 390. 780 yards in offense.
Archie Manning waiting for his team to get the football again. 2nd down and 6 yards to go. Now the draw play, and Andrews gets to the 38. Derlin Moore brought him down.
This kid's in great shape.
He must be. It'll be 3rd and 2. Andrews is 6 feet tall. He weighs 200 pounds.
He's caught 3 passes coming out of the backfield. He's blocked. There's his rushing stats. What a opening day for William Andrews.
McKeska's in double tight end alignment. 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Bean. He's got the 1st and 10.
I'll tell you, stay right behind William Andrews. You're going to get it. He was going to run over somebody. I don't think anybody wanted a piece of him on the left side.
Myers and Fettersfield finally made the stop. It is 1st down and 10 yards to go. Ball is outside the 33-yard line. Keep in mind that the Falcons driving now are trailing in the ballgame by 4 points. We are in the 4th quarter. Jenkins to the left side, Wallace Francis to the right side. Markowski. And it is taken out of the backfield by Bubba Bean, and Bubba Bean's at the 15-yard line.
What a beautiful call, Lindsey. They had the right call. They blitzed the left linebacker, and of course that left Bean wide open in the right flat. Look here, he fakes to the fullback. You can't see the blitz, but it was picked up, and Bubba Bean is just all alone over here. Picks up 18 yards for another 1st down.
They had Mayberry in for one play. Haskell Standback has come in now. Standback is the up back in front of Bubba Bean. Bubba Bean gets to the 10-yard line. Fettersfield racks him up there. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 10 for Atlanta. "11 minutes, 30 seconds left to play in this game. New Orleans 31, Atlanta 27. This is a 2nd down play coming. 5 yards to go for a 1st down. It's at the 10-yard line.
Oh, and Atlanta has come storming back here.
Standback. 1st down for Haskell Standback.
Oh, they're just blocking them. Lindsey, they're just coming off the football and controlling the line of scrimmage. That offensive line is really blocking. Watch the right side over here. Warren Bryan, R.C. Thielman just right off the right side. 24 Haskell Standback. What a hole.
Standback has gone out, and William Andrews has come back in. Russ McKeska comes in double tight end alignment. 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. 10.5 minutes left to play in the game.
No need to go upstairs, Lindsey, when you're blocking at the line of scrimmage like that. Picking up 6, 7 a crack.
Andrews ahead of Bean in the I formation. Andrews, touchdown!
Well, they just killed New Orleans. The line of scrimmage. Warren Bryant, 68 as R.C. Thielman. Jeff Van Notes the center. Watch the middle of that offensive line for Atlanta block. All it is right up the middle. They just trapped. The center block to his left. Dave Scott got a standoff block, and Andrews right up the middle.
So now Atlanta has taken the lead, 33-31. They moved 80 yards in 10 plays. Conversion attempt coming now. Mazzetti will attempt it with James holding. Mazzetti's kick. It's good. So it is the Falcons 34, the Saints 31.
Here it is again. There's big number 70, if you could say, in the left guard. What a hole for William Andrews, and the rookie from Auburn scores.
And we'll return to the Superdome after this word from your local station.
There's great comedy coming your way when Jim Belushi and Michael Keaton star as a lovable pair of working stiffs. Two zany janitors bumbled their way up on Working Stiffs, new this fall on CBS.
Mazzetti will kick off. Wes Chandler, Rich Marty, Jack Holmes is in deep for the New Orleans Saints. Chandler at the goal line, to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and he is stopped at the 20-yard line.
Flags all over the place.
Penalty markers everywhere. Clipping indicated on the run back against the New Orleans Saints.
They got a new rule this year on punt returns, kickoff returns. You cannot block below the waist. You're going to see a lot of these this year, folks. And I tell you, that's not Wes Chandler, is it?
That's Wes Chandler.
It is. Well, he's all right.
Penalty puts the ball back at the 7-yard line. Since it occurred on the run back, it'll be first down and 10 yards to go at the 7.
Personal foul. Clipping, number 68, on the run back.
That's Freddie Stewart, number 68, the backup guard.
Here's the last drive of the Falcons that put them out in front by a score of 34-31. They have a 3-point lead. 10 minutes, 10 seconds left to play in the game, and now the New Orleans Saints see what they can do about moving it. They have moved it rather well most of the day. Archie Manning. Muncy. No gain. Frank Reed on the tackle. 2nd and 10 at the 7-yard line.
But Edgar Fields, the defensive tackle, really stopped the play. He didn't tackle Muncy behind the line of scrimmage, but he slowed up the play and enabled the pursuit to catch Muncy. There he is, Edgar Fields, going off.
Then replaced by McLean. Saints have the ball, but they have it in poor field position. 2nd and 10 at their own 7. Now the draw play. Muncy again. Moves out to about the 14. Frank Reed on the stop. Going to be spotted back at the 13. Again, a 6 will make it 3rd and 4. So a 3rd down play coming here for the New Orleans Saints.
And a big one.
It is that. 9.5 minutes left to play in this game. Falcons are leading 34-31. 3rd and 4.
Looks like they're going to double up on both the outside receivers.
Incomplete. Intended for the tight end Childs, who was double teamed by Kuykendall and Reed.
Good pass defense that time, just a little bit too high. Henry Childs could have come up with a very big catch right there. It was in his hands, but he was popped pretty good.
So Russell Erxleben comes in to do the punting. He'll be punting from his own end zone. Dennis Pearson is dropped back, standing at his own 46-yard line to field the ball. Erxleben. Pearson has it at the 45. At the 40. Hit hard at the 39-yard line. There's a penalty marker. Jim Kovash. It's going to be a kick, clipping on the run back.
Oh, that was a good tackle by the rookie from Kentucky, Jim Kovash. Nice break for the Saints here. Atlanta had good field position.
Clipping, number 65, on the run back. Timeout.
Don Smith. So now it is 1st and 10, and the ball is on the 45-yard line. We have 9 minutes, 6 seconds left to play in the game. The